Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. So let's see. Let me just get myself set up. Let's just have a review of quickly what we did before, which was upping morale. I've got a Great Hall. I've got a nature reserve. We even I guess we didn't complete the washroom, but we started to make some progress on that. The very first episode, this is episode 3, but the first episode I put insulation around. The last episode, amongst some of the rooms that I've just showed, I made a tunnel through here and through here. A little bit more painful than I think it needed to be. Maybe I'll start off with taking these out. But I found the teleportation equipment, and I think that's going to be my first action. All right, so in order to do this, I think we need to get skill scrubbing. I'm going to bring in, usually bring in the dupe that digs the best. So that's going to be minor. Let's take this out. Actually, maybe I will kind of rerun this little area here just to make a direct path out this direction. But skill scriber to bring that down towards the heavy wire area. Maybe down here would be good. Net that in like that. So I've got to be thinking, I don't want to run out of water. I was lucky enough to find this little water area over here, which I'm pretty, oh, no, no, we are not consuming. Okay, so that has to be fixed. Let's have a look at that. So this used to be a cooling line. Maybe we'll stop that as kind of a thing. We'll take this, reverse this, so we'll send water in this direction. Oh, and that's right. Just spotted the stream. Did I miss much? Okay, well, hopefully I gave a little bit of a review for you there, John. I think one of the comments, can't remember who. This was just after I signed off last time. Someone mentioned careful because there was 2 tiles here. Just remembering that now. So I'm going to fill that in. Continue to take this down. I think we can play. Let the dupes do a few things. We'll go down like that. Maybe even like that. So we've got our skill scrubber going in. We're redoing this pathway here. I think I'll still get requirement of gas mask, though doesn't actually look that bad to be honest. But yeah, back to this water planning. Want to make sure we're able to utilize that. Let's make sure we've got water going from here. Good, good, good. We're not technically out of water, so maybe I have that go up to here. So the idea of water is coming down here, converging at this point. This is water coming in from being recycled through. Okay. So I think that should take care of our water. Now, the question I have, will I, as I teleport, in fact, let's now assign this to our miner. Didn't think that worked. Here is miner doing some skill scrubbing. So after this, we'll just check the schedule because I like to send. Oh, we haven't been distributing everyone around. Maybe I'll make another one of these and send engineer. Just so we've got 2 per schedule. So new miner down here. Question is, do I wait for the next cycle? I think we'll be okay. Actually, it depends on how long this process is going to take. Actually. Oh, and we've overflowed. Put in some maybe gas mask stations. Maybe I should put this right there. We'll take these out. Speed things up for the moment. Okay, miner is, let's check their schedule now. I don't want to send them, I think I'm going to let them rest first. In fact, you know what? Why don't we just do this? Get miner to rest earlier so that they're all refreshed by the time they go back. John says, remember you were about to start bathrooms. That might need to be priority. That's and the Draco stable. Yes, I'll send a dupe over to teleportation, but actually, I think we're now ready to work on this washroom. This is going to allow us to get water back into the system that's been recycled through. Oh, maybe I don't have research for that. Thought I did. Nope. Okay. We will research sanitization. Let's take that out and that out. From the destruction to somewhere that hasn't much oxygen to boost it. Oh, I suppose, because when you destroy these guys, you get like a. Oh, this here. Do we have any spots like that? Technically over here. So what you're saying is, I won't make this a priority necessarily, but if I take this, relocate it like in this spot where I've got lack of oxygen, maybe I wouldn't require the gas masks as much. Okay, so let's put in 5 of these. Careful here. Sometimes you destroy things you don't intend to, though I think those little pieces of the pipe are not an issue. Yes, we'll get this going here. That needs some oxygen. That's the research. Should check the schedule. Probably ready to send Miner over. I've kind of forgotten about him. Okay, so let's do that. There's Miner. And Miner has been selected here to go into the teleportation equipment. Running along. We'll just stop them here quickly to take off their gas masks. And let's send them through the first teleportation. Okay, and I need to do some planning. So first thing, let's get some dirt and digging material. Let's look over here. Give out some tasks. We'll do our new research. Lavatory sitting right there. Can maybe take that guy out. And might as well get these guys to start to be filled up. That can't happen unless we actually have some connection to the oxygen line. Go across like that. I think I'm going to hold off for new dupes for a moment. So we'll apparently just getting some iron ore. But the dupes have nothing to do. Be going over here. Make this out of igneous rock. We'll start exploring down this direction, staying out of oil biome for now at least. Have the ability to destroy. Yeah, we do. Okay, so and the other thing is, we're in this zone. I see the insulation that I put in is now there. Good. If we see, we'll connect into some path down here. Maybe if I go like this, kind of using that natural spot. Just want to make sure I keep the dupes busy on this asteroid while we do a little bit of planning on the new asteroid that we're going to teleport to. So we'll want to go up. We'll also want, or down rather, and we'll also want to go up for some exploration. We're going to have some salt water fall on us, but that may not be the end of the world. So we'll go up like this and make our way over. All right, so that should keep these guys busy here for a bit. Okay, so with a little bit of material, let's put in a cot for our little dupe and get them an outhouse. Look around. Whoops. Should be picking up some dirt, throwing it in the outhouse. Okay, good. So that is the essentials taken care of for now. Let's have a look around. Temperature wise, things are not as hot. In fact, they're more on the cool side. I'm thinking let's get some pacus fed and start to make that as a food source. Speaking of food, should we be creating some? Okay, we already have some to be listed in there. Good. So probably what's going to happen is I'll have a bunch of polluted water that falls down here, though for a time I might want to kind of bring all this together. I don't want to try to avoid polluted water falling in here. So maybe having like a stairway up like this type of thing and collecting some water down here. So let's dig out some sedimentary rock for construction. Take that out. Again, digging a little bit of rock for construction. We'll go up and down. There's a good chance this will probably end up being a nature reserve. So we'll kind of give a spot there so we can make a door in the future. Look over here. We've got our lavatory. Put in a sink. Make sure we get some water that's going in. We do. Good. Second one. Even add in some showers. 1, 2 of those. Another sink. We give at least the ability to dig a little bit. There's going to be lots of digging that's needed. Figure. 16,000 calories over here. Getting food warning. Maybe I'll just ask for more here and here. Mush bar. So look at the other skills. Builder. Give you some carrying ability. Chef. Give you carrying and courier. Electrical. Hold off just because we don't have the amenities here for miner. Okay, so we'll get a bunch of polluted water down this direction. One of the things I'd like to do sooner than later. Actually, though, do we have a food source? Because I don't see algae or anything else. I don't know. No, they produce. We might not be able to do that. Yeah, that's right. We don't have much algae. I see a little bit down here, but I don't think I'm going to try to connect that. Let's see. Let's just make sure we've got a path around for these guys to explore. Let's see. John says, depending on the difficulty level, you might get the miner dig some sand to get himself a small deodorizer or something to keep the oxygen pure and avoid polluted oxygen. All right. Yeah, well, it's definitely going to be a stinky area. So let's maybe aim to do just that. So we'll start to explore down in the up direction. Try to go up like this. I should bother worrying about this, but I kind of like to get that water not falling down. So maybe we'll try to push that over. Do a mop up over here, and let's see about going up. The same idea, trying to avoid water falling on us. To go like that. Oh, that's right. No one has the ability to dig through abyssalite now that we've taken our miner away. So maybe we won't make progress on that so much. Take that, copy that. Let's continue to go up then. So yeah, if we want to do the cleaning air, we would need sand. We've got lots of sand from the other asteroid. I don't know if I found the teleportation to send stuff back here, but I don't think I found the one to send stuff over there. We'll go start to explore in this direction. I guess we'll just start exploring a little bit more, going up, going down. I wonder if I should take one of the dupes and get them the ability to do digging. Oh, Pacu down here. And algae. Maybe this is where I'll make a Pacu area instead of the main base or the teleported world. Okay, ladder going down. Got two Pacus in this area. And that's probably a little bit of bleach stone, I bet. Yep. Okay, let's find some water. Oh, we could just throw that in here, couldn't we? For now, at least. So in my mind, earlier, I was thinking about feeding these Pacus that I find over here, but I didn't realize this world wouldn't have the algae. But I wasn't expecting to find both Pacus and algae over on this asteroid. So this is super convenient. Maybe we'll make this the priority. Dig this open, let that water fall down. And probably have that ready. So let's put in bleach down here. priority. Let's take that oxygen if that has not made it yet. Okay, so then my thought is let's just get this water out of the way. Make that the first task. Make a big polluted water tank at the bottom. Popped eardrums. Uh-oh. Stoop might end up getting stressed. John says Pacus can eat seeds as well. Though that, oh, I guess I need to move this over since we don't have anyone here. Is there any skills I can give? Right. Oh, look at this. Rancher. Okay, let's give you that, and I'll give you carrying two over here. So we actually do have someone that can dig through Bissolite now, which is nice. This maybe, yeah. Oh, already did made that a priority. How come no one has picked up that bleachstone then? Oh, because I don't actually have that selected. Christopher says, "Oh, this is somewhere's new." Yes, we have teleported to another world. Got tunnels going out, access to teleportation. Most of the dupes are still over on this asteroid, so I guess I can still go in this direction since we have someone that can dig through abyss light. I'll fill these in. We have limitation on. Let's do this. I don't think you selected the bleachstone originally. Yeah, that's what I had missed on that one. Pretty sure too. Okay, so breathability sane is an issue, but I don't think it's actually as bad as that. I think what I'm going to try to do is just dig this area out. Big storage of polluted water. Even if that's going to be a difficult dig. Idleness, we continue going down here. Making this out of sand. Oh, we do have local sandstone here. That's not the big concern. What is the biggest concerns today? I think the biggest concern I have is the fact that this is the end of the water. Um, and I haven't found any water-based geysers, but not entirely true. I did find a whole lot of water. It's just in this different asteroid. So exploring a little bit, but I've got to think about how to put this all together such that the dupes have access to the oxygen. I don't have the ability to push. Wait, yes, I do have the ability or the equipment to send stuff back. So I could get this asteroid to be the water providing thing that's really keeping me up at night more than anything else. I'm also half thinking, do I worry about achievements at this point? It took me a little bit longer to get to the Pacus, and I don't know if I'm at the point where I should even consider things like the carnivore achievement along the way. But let's just see. I can fit this here. Oh, yeah. I'm going to worry about algae sitting in the water if I want this to work. So make this the highest priority at the moment. Interplanetary integration, Christopher said. Yes, that is definitely. When you're on an asteroid, that's not so great to start with as this hot one. That becomes a necessary thing early on. So I think I'm going to put this here with that there. We've got these Pacus here. Another one down here. Probably be fine. Let's see. So we'll make this our food source. So we need to dig out some algae for that. But we need to get the algae that's in the water. Make sure the, as well as seeds. Oh, that's right. I don't know about the seeds, whether they have to be wild or not. But you know what? If there are seeds, you can purify salt water on the main map. Oh, yeah, that's right. We did have salt water, don't we? Okay, and we're going to say anything that I sweep, bring into there, make this a priority thing. And let's mop up anything that's on the water first. Oh, and we've got idleness over here. So I want to slowly put this asteroid together. Because, well, it has all this water that we need. So we'll keep digging out. Maybe we'll just make it dry. It's in like above our head. Won't have all this water. I'll now give out the skill here for digging through that, though I've got to worry about morale. So maybe we'll need some morale buildings over in this asteroid. I don't think these guys eat slime. Let's have a look at their food source. Algae, and yeah, just about every type of seed. Okay. So as long as we clear this out, algae bean, or a slime bean down here, not a problem. Can put this in. Might want to do mechatronics skills. Let me just check that we have that researched. Pretty sure we do. We could do material study terminal. Yeah, we do smart storage and solid transport. All right. I heard recently that tallow makes carnivore way easier because it makes meat a lot more, increase the calories. Yeah, tallow. I don't know if I've gotten any great sources here, do I? But if I did, it certainly is. And it also makes it such that the meat doesn't go bad, which is super awesome. Okay, so we'll continue exploring. Is this a hot? No, that's not too hot in there. And we'll just explore down this direction. And still have a path going up there, slowly exploring around. Just getting to this spot here, apparently. So we have created ourselves a washroom. Over on this asteroid, we've got a ladder going up and down, exploring at different ends where it's not too hot over here. And we are feeding some Pacus. Slime to tallow. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's interesting, because I do have slime then. What equipment do I need to make that a thing? Now, and can I use Pacu meat, though? Because I'm not going to get meat out of Pacus. Though, I wonder if we should start with the Draco stable. Let's have a look. If I've got the locavore achievement. So I may not Not quite. Maybe we're close. 290. Okay, maybe I'll hold off. Just continue to explore in each of the corners. Can make another ladder piece there. In this direction, maybe we'll explore kind of like by going down this way. Because we see some temperatures here that are not too hot. All right, so we're moving some water out of the way. Let's just open this up. $27,000 calories over here, so no need to create any more. We've got still have water there, so we're not urgently needing to figure out how to send water. Though, here's the thing. Once I do find ability to get water into here, which this should be the easy part. The hard part is probably getting access to this guy because it's in a really hot spot. Maybe what I should do is make that tunnel system that I tried to do. It was working for a while, but once I move into here, I'm going to lose my vacuum. Unless if we get an Atmos suit, this one spot. Let's take that oxygen, empty that. Okay, what is best? Because once I get into this zone, it's going to be 72, 77. Do I put the effort in getting some Atmos suits together? Or do I just try to make a run for it? I think I'm going to try to make a run for it with the water trick that we did last time. Which means I will want to snag in some water. Send into this area. Let's build out as something we actually have a more significant amount of. Yeah, so I'll keep that too busy. Over here, we've got our piping. So we can get access to this. And as long as I get that built before this water runs out, we might be in a decent place. Still have a little bit of water here. Yeah, the T-shaped water, and then go as far as you can. So I won't be able to go, you're right, the whole way, but I don't think it'll matter. Because as long as I can get in there, I could seal around this after the fact. I think that's going to be the best. Let's make a priority of digging that. Start to explore this direction. What about all the polluted water in the slime biome? Could you clean that while we're waiting? Yeah, I suppose, actually. Um, there's even some just pure water that maybe it's a little bit hotter. Unfortunately, maybe that's a reason to not do that then. That being the case, let's build a pump. Connect that to, well, what will need to be our power supply eventually. build that up like that, so we'll at least have that. Okay. I've got to slow down now. I'm realizing this dupe is going to get stressed out. Unless it's probably a morale issue. So we have a barracks for them. Let's create a few things. Nature reserve and great hall is probably what comes to mind. Let's do the great hall first, since it's the easier of the two, I'm thinking. So we'll put this into there. Put that there, put that there. Take that out. Make sure they understand that this is a priority. Put that. Let's that towards the end, just in case we get more dupes in the future. Some mess tables. Put blue for this asteroid. So that itself should help quite a bit. There's also a fresh water source on the main island on the bottom left corner. The main island, you mean like the main asteroid? Or on the, oh yeah, ooh, okay, yep. This is going to allow us to last a little bit longer. And actually, it's decent temperature. Fantastic. We have some obsidian to get through to make that happen, though. Mechatronics, engineering, and scientist. Maybe astronomy. Minor, we're going to hold off. Okay, let's see. 14,000 calories. We're getting a little low. So maybe we'll push in some more food production. Some ice. Take that ice and throw it somewhere where there's water. Or do I just leave it there? And yes, it would melt, but it would cool things off. Maybe I'll do just that. Okay, so with the mechatronics engineering, we don't have a metal refinery. And I'm not sure that I want to build such a thing. So we'll just ask for some more metal here. We'll make aluminum. Pieces of that. And we'll see what we can build. Nothing right now. Okay. Ice in the T shape. How long would that take to melt? Wouldn't that take a long time to melt, though? That's my thinking. Or are you talking about this T shape? I feel like down here would make a lot more sense because once it melts, if I leave it here, it's going to cause me to have to do big mop up. Let's put it there for now. Okay, so we want to fill that in with water. And we've got a great haul. So I'm hoping we're at 37%. I believe that's a little bit lower. Stress has gone down just a bit. Let's have a look at Nature Reserve then. We'll make a few rooms like this at this point right here. Separate it to a connection open in there. Create some fire poles. Just mark out a few floors. And then perhaps fill in our nature reserve right here. That was not a great hall, is it? Mess hall. Okay, so we've got some work there, making sure morale stays nice and high. We've got some liquid. So I've got a plan here of putting in some liquid so that we could get out to this teleportation equipment. And I found another water source over here, so hopefully we'll be able to survive a little bit longer. Still a good amount of water. And over on this asteroid, been concerned about morale, so we've just built a great hall and trying to get a nature reserve in as well. Fill in some doors along different ways here. Miner should be able to keep busy there. We'll probably have enough water. Yep, let's turn that off. Okay, so we will want to put in a tile here and here, right? Got water flowing in, oxygen filled up here. Now we'll go as far as here. And we'll be in a vacuum area. So even though it's extremely hot, we'll be okay up to this point. And then we'll just... Do I bring in the cooling pipe? That's probably what I would need to do. We'll have to have a... Okay, I already have water line there connected. Yeah, that would make sense. Oh, why are you... Gas masks! Oh, I was not supposed to let them in here with gas masks. Shoot. Shoot. Okay. Backtracking. Uh, backtracking. I wonder if we even need gas masks here anymore. I mean, there's lots of oxygen. Let's just disable this. So you can take off that. Let's can get rid of this and this then. Make a ladder system so these guys don't have to get wet necessarily. And let's get rid of the gas here. Oh, that pump. 51 degrees at the moment. Okay. If you guys work quick, we should be okay. We're going to have to make this wire go all the way up to here, I guess. What did I do here? Sometimes I get mixed up because this is not quite standard. Put in some mesh tiling just to make oxygen flow or some type of gas flow. Door here, door here, door there. How many plants? We still have a plant in here. Two. So let's just put in a park sign in here. So maybe we'll won't want to have that there since it'll be part of nature reserve, or we could do this instead, actually. All right, so we've got this. What's going on? Oh, this is overpressured. Okay. Shoot. Let's put an auto sweeper down here to get this guy filled up. Check on these guys. Wild, but have you? Okay, these guys are making their progress to becoming tame. That's good to know. Can start to make a ladder down this direction so we can explore in here. You push this back so water doesn't fall down with us. Okay, what do we do about the fact that there's just far too much gas? Up here is okay, though. Maybe throw a bottle emptier in your old to reclaim the water. Bottle filler. Okay, we could put that. Let's see what we get here. Oh, squash fries. Nice. Oh, very nice because we're quite low. Oh, we're out of water. Okay. Not out of water, but we're out of water in the pitcher pump, which I require for food. So thankful for the printer pod to give me a good choice here. Yeah, we need to have a supply of water then. And if we're going to do that, probably having that close to the kitchen area would make the most sense. I don't remember if I was planning on having that right here, but this kind of seems like a good place for it. Take away these plants, those pips. Plant a bunch stuff anywhere. Yeah, so we bought a little bit of time for food. Um, Part of me is thinking about sending more dupes over here. And if I did that, the question is, what dupe? Not chef, so I want to keep my cooking here. Maybe builder. Enough builder's skills need to be scrubbed. We've got a great hall. We'll have a nature reserve soon. Do a construction there for that, and let's do that. Let's get builder over. And we are sending builder over. So now we'll have two dupes over on this asteroid. And we'll see if we can finish off this nature reserve for these guys. The old T spot. Yes. Okay, so I'm using this for storing the bleach stone, but it really doesn't have to be that location. Do we ever get this? No power. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Yeah, that's right. We've got a little bit of water here. But I'm not. Just need to find an alternate location for bleachstone then. Yeah, I will just for now do this and put bleachstone there for the moment, which would allow me to take this out and that and that. We'll make a pitcher pump right here because we don't have a lot of time. Okay, so put that right there. Make that the highest priority. The moment we are very low on food, we need some water, so desperately just trying to utilize the water here in an old spot there. And I accidentally went in here with gas masks. We no longer have gas masks, so I think we can safely get across this area. And start to maybe disassemble these. But we're going to want to have our water spot. Maybe fill this in with this before I dump water in. Water pushed in right that location with the pitcher pump. Connect it just yet, but that's going to be a pipe going like that. So I want to keep water close to our micro mushers. So we're going to be dumping some water right here with the pitcher pump. Hopefully we'll have that ready by the time this pitcher pump runs out of water. Send over your researcher. Oh, yes. Okay. Or maybe that'd be the next dupe then, a researcher. That's a good point because we got a lot of water here, and there's no reason that research has to be done on the main asteroid. Okay, let's have a look. Do we ever get that nature reserve? No. Let's plug that in. And that. Oh, minor. Fill in that out as well. Going across there. Path getting across there. Now do we have a nature reserve? We do. Awesome. Okay. So we've got a nature reserve. So morale should be good for over here. What's next then? 16,000 calories, though there's still more places to grab calories. Oh ho! A cool slush geyser. All right, if I open that up, I guess that's just gonna empty down here. Before actually, now that I think about it, my researcher, if I send over my researcher, I want to make sure they enable. Okay, good. It's time to. We've already gotten here. Kind of had the idea I was going to insulate this first, but apparently that's not how it's going to go. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to go. Yep, no, 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 no. Let's start off with a line like this. Ran like that, being fed in. Okay, this is going to get messy. All right, so right at the entrance, we've got already 50, 70 once they're out at this point. Let me double check. We have a place for dupes if they get overheated. Idleness over here. Okay, let's pause. I definitely want to be watching that, so let's give a few tasks over here. Um, ultimately getting this equipment is kind of like the main reason for being here. So maybe getting path out like that. Getting across here and then over. And making our way down. We don't have power yet, but when we do, this guy, actually you don't need that to send water. So let's plan a water sieve system. Support our other colony that can sit right there. We'll figure out power later, but at least get ourselves connected to that. We can open that door. Open this door too. We've got, oh, right. Not everyone here has barracks, do they? Cemetery rock. Put in another barracks location then. Get that going. And then a pipe that's going to feed into this guy when all is said and done. So key thing I like these guys to be able to do is turn some of this polluted water to regular water and send it back. I'll click on activate, even though I don't have the ability to do that just yet. But the key thing is I want to watch this. Very hot temperatures. I'm curious if I need to get Atmo suits. I'm going to see if we can send this water line around. Just to cool things enough so that I can get in here, insulate all around this guy. So we'll start doing this piece by piece, seeing where we get. So this is going to be taking in, actually, hold on. It doesn't actually do a whole lot unless I'm actually going around some other area with the base. Okay, let's back up just a moment. I think this kind of should look more like this. That sitting there. Going over here to breathe in very hot area. Oh. That's asking too much. Uh, uh, stop. Get out of there. Okay, we need to get this cooling line round back going again. 33,000 calories, so food is okay for the moment. We're getting a very small amount of food with that. Idleness over here. Maybe mop that up then, guys. Okay, so we've got this built. I can even put in this. We can start the process of getting that converted. Of course, we're going to need power. Just send this up like that. Make a power generation area over here. Actually, let's save some room for some cleaning that air. Go over by one. And idleness on the other asteroid, so let me just pause for a moment. Is it worth having a rancher in the colony to move the plug slugs into a power room? Oh, yeah, I think probably I want to move a lot of my dupes around. Not necessarily all of them. Let's see. Depends on how we're doing for Pacus. If I had Pacus over on this asteroid, to be honest, with algae, I have them. They just don't have algae. Then I'd probably move everyone over here. But I'm not quite ready for that. Water-wise, we've got that. Oh, okay. Glad no one gets trapped there. And ladder system going down. Obsidian is something I don't have the ability to dig through just yet. Do a little bit of S digging here. To do that. What about over here? But this is the main show right now. So this is taking temperature down. Let's see if we can slip in a little bit further with this cooling line, trying to maintain temperatures, though that's going to be leaking heat. So obviously priority thing. They definitely, in a small colony, pug slugs would be nice. Definitely will be looking at that. Probably not as the first step, but oh, got some flooding. And made a mess. Why? Hold on, I don't understand. There's 15 visits remaining. Why did they make a mess right there? Okay, strange. Up in here. Maybe a little washroom. I'm not sure why, but unless the other dupe was using it, I just didn't have. Uh oh. Okay, okay. What do we do about this? Let's do this. That and that. Oh, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be so tough. Let's build the piping first. Okay, so we've got our power production going. We should have water flowing. Let's make sure. And we do not. Why not? Because we need sand. Oh, right. Do we see sand? Uh-oh. Unless I send it back to the other asteroid. Actually, here's the power source, but we're going to have to do that later on. Unless I send the polluted water and do the filtering on that asteroid, that might just be what I have to do for now. Okay, well then, what else can these guys do? All right. Thank you. The new geysers. You have two geysers on the left of the ladder in the new. Right, this guy, but we also have this guy, which is I know is going to be of interest. Okay, let me think about that one. Because I don't want that to go idle for too long. Um, hmm. Pouring new water into the world, I think is going to be very important. Just want to do this in such a way that the dupes don't get wet. So if I take this out, and this doesn't matter as much about that, but and then we get this guy to go down in this direction, going down. I think that would be the nice way to approach this. Dig that guy out. Make that the priority. Whoa. Ah, I see. You know what? Let's just go up like that instead. Built our home for sure. Okay, yeah. Let's I mean, we've got no shortage of sand. Okay, so we'll open this door. Now, oh. Though if I did do this, then we're getting water to land here. Um, maybe I just need to simply come over by one then, at this point, and have that opened up. John says pumping the cool slip, pumping as in putting the pump up here. Okay. Because actually, that might be smart because why take this cool temperature, have it dump down here where the temperature's fine? Why not take that and insulate the pump? Okay, yeah, that we'll do that. So I still need to approach that. Maybe make the that happen a little bit differently, which means I don't need to worry about water falling down. Oh, right. And this is so we've made it into this zone, and I think urgently I want to seal this off. And if that's the case, we have access to the supply teleporter. We can activate it now. So this is going to give me the ability to send material back. Also just realizing that we've got these guys we can explore, rummage, and inspect. And over on this asteroid, we're thinking about opening up this guy, building a pump next to it, transporting that very cool material to the homeworld. Yeah, so that means we would want to have a pump kind of going like that. Design a plan for this. Obviously, that's going to require some wiring. So I think this is their main task for these guys. And let's change this out for an insulated line. Oops. From here. Skipping all of this because we're not going to do that after all. And into that pump. And we'll take that down. All right, so that should keep those guys busy for a little bit. Question is, what do I keep the... Okay, let's have a look. All right, let's just fill in the corners, but finally... Oh, take that out, fill that in. But we've got the ability to receive that polluted water now. And we've got this water line, which for now we'll keep because it's pretty hot in there. I guess there's no value of having this anymore. Take that out. Did we ever get that pitcher pump filled? No, we didn't, because this. And let's put in some laddering to get across here for now, unless I pump this up, because it is water. We reverse this line. Come back to that after. You can use, oh, and then, so yeah, let's see. We've got an insulate line heading to this supply teleporter. Power going up this guy. Oh, and I'm just noticing now. Probably want to fill these in, maybe at priority. So that's going to make all this cool liquid go back to this world over here at this location. And we can have a water source plus a cooling source. We'll see how well we can utilize that once it's all together. Just curious about these guys. Wildness 84. That's not looking great. This guy is tame. That's good. And we've got, okay, so it's taking a bit for these guys. I just want to check if we've got any algae to bring it up in here. I'd like to start exploring down this direction, but I kind of want to get that water mopped up. With that, let's explore down. Duplicating. Oh, engineer. Oh, no, are you kidding me? Ah, okay. Well, is that the only dupe that we had that had mechatronics? All right, we've got our first death. Where are we going to put a graveyard then? Maybe out here by the teleportation. All right, let's see. It's dangerous exploring up when you've got sand above you. Let's see what I thought they were safe. Apparently not. Replace that dupe, I think. Okay, so our engineer applied that on construction. Call them engineer. Let's give them a skill working towards mechatronic. Though I think courier also has the ability to do that, so we didn't lose. That will do carrying. Yeah. And we've got a spot there. Actually, what happens when you get two dupes of the same name? I guess this one. Oh, I guess it's fine. Put in that there, and we'll start exploring up. But this time, I may be going a little bit more cautiously. So we've lost a dupe that got trapped up here by sand and had to build here a place for the dupes to be able to mourn. Let's see. Question is starvation, or I think they ran out of breath, didn't they? Yeah, let's see. A lot going on. Still exploring. Oh, this not loving sand. Maybe we'll do this. Open that up. Actually, sometimes what's smart is to dig underneath the ladder. Why can no one reach? Ah, I bet you we need to put in Warren. Fix that. Okay, that should address that issue. Ladder going down. Oh, and we are exposed to the hot again, aren't we? Actually, never did double check. Is this looking fine? Guess I can't destroy that, though. I think we should be okay. Now that we're down here, I should aim to fill this in at least. Like that. I have to remind myself we don't have gas masks, but it's good until we get to this point. Okay, so we've got that going on. Project over here. Making progress on ladder here. And trying to very carefully explore without sand falling on us this time. But also noticing that we've got a few places where we got to fill in. Otherwise, we'll be leaking heat here and here. Did we ever get... Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. Gas masks being fixed up. So we'll let our dupes get those gas masks together. Wonder if I should put in some gas masks down this area. That might be smart. Means we're going to have to connect into the oxygen line, which might be a good distance away. It's not oxygen, but we can use it. Get rid of these two, can't we? Don't know if we need to worry about... actually, no, we don't need to worry about that because we're going to be bringing in lots of cold water, which is definitely going to be cooling that off. And then from this point on, we can explore down with gas masks. So down in this area, decided we're going to have some gas masks. Connect into our oxygen line for that. We also need to make sure that we have this guy set up for fixing these up. Maybe make a priority of getting them refilled. In fact, probably smart to even create one or two more. Nearly complete. Actually, now that I think about it, there's probably no point in insulating that last little bit there. So maybe make it just all the easier at the end. Still have our nature reserve. And are going down there to collect their sedimentary rock. Must be other places to grab that. What we can do, since I've kind of trapped these guys in here, it's a natural place to take in some power. We get, because they're wild, I don't think you get as much. Oh, it's not about whether they're wild or not. It's about if they've eaten metal, they produce more power. So let's connect this in here. Make sure we get that like that. Now, do I send more dupes over? We've got 20,000 calories here and 20,000 over here. But this is where I'm producing my food. And this is where now I'm a little bit nervous about sending too many dupes out of this asteroid because I can produce food here. And eventually, though we're not ready yet, eventually I hope to have a lot of these guys together. Need to make sure they're not crammed. I think a priority, though, I need to make sure that we don't overload this. And we, with too many Pacus. And we need to have a spot, actually. Maybe I'll get rid of this. And we'll have our spare Pacus for food located right here. The only thing is, if I automate this, it's going to take it quite a bit to get all this in. Put that there. Let's just push this whole thing over. Open that up just a little bit. Get a full ladder going across like that. Some water. There's an oxygen tank beside the masks on the left. You can dump that oxygen tank up where the engineer passed away. Oh, out of concern of let's see. I search for oxygen. It's one tank. So yeah, put these where the oxygen is low is what you're saying. Actually, we're gonna have some oxylite up here, which is quite nice. Let's keep full to the right over here. At this point, we'll be looking pretty good. Exploring in that direction. Okay, so back to this plan. The conveyor loader. We need a little bit more metal. Don't want to automate too much, but this is definitely going to be up there in priority. Maybe make a dozen more pieces of that. I probably need some empty. Let's see, how many calories are you off that achievement? On the achievement, let's see. Can't tell whether that went through or not. Not yet. So we're still waiting for more calories for the locavore. Okay, so I see idleness. How about we think about what these two dudes want to get up to? Oh. Oh. Okay. In my mind, and this is awesome, but now I need to send our scientist over here, don't I? To open that up. We can also peer into what is in here. Probably minor getting the ability to go through that. Why do they not have their morale from... That's weird. Put another one of those together. Put another barracks. Let's get rid of this barracks. And let's go over and up. And connect into this guy. We're going to have to worry about space exposure, aren't we, if we do this? Okay, we'll have to figure that out, I guess. So we're over on this asteroid trying to figure out what these geysers are. And I found another geyser up here. A little exposed to space, so that might be a little bit of a risk. But this guy's outputting some cool liquid for us, being all lined up, ready to go, except for we need the researcher over here. Okay, so John's recommending we change the shape of this. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to put that there so it's more rectangular shaped. That way we don't have to have more and more auto sweepers. Let's see if we can put in. Oh shoot. I meant to. I might actually want to bring this over by one because otherwise I'm gonna have to build two of these conveyor loaders when I. So we'll put that there. That one there, and this is the common spot. So this is the focus, I think, on today is just trying to get food from Pacu's. And the idea is if this works, I'm going to take a moment to mark algae. That's one of the inputs. If I run out of that, that's not good. It's going to be a long construction. Only one dupe. Now that we lost engineer. That in right here. Yeah, so they've got their task. Make sure we got power to. No, we don't. Here we go. If I get, did I ever? I think it is time now to send over scientist, even if just temporarily. Let's teleport scientist over just so that they can do a quick analysis on this equipment. And with smaller amount of calories, maybe I'll actually send them back. Inflected polluted oxygen and iron volcano. I might actually open that up. This, on the other hand, I don't know. I think we'll leave that alone. Where is the... Actually, we're missing more oh, maybe it's down here. We don't have the other teleportation equipment, do we? Let's explore a little bit. Just curious, before we send scientists back, I almost think we should just do that. Oh, here it is. Okay. Path over there. I don't think should be a morale issue why we can't have scientists here. And we are produced. Okay, so we'll get some metal, which is awesome. Without having to get a metal refinery. We're going to be putting in some egg collection here. Getting these guys. Oh, algae. No. Okay, we do not want these guys eating algae. Priority, they should be putting that into this bin right here. Okay. Over on this asteroid, we've got an open iron volcano. A little bit of metal production. And just before we send scientists back, let's make sure we get both of these equipments activated. So we've got ethanol. So we've got liquid water outputting from here. Going to be opening up that to that guy. Let's do some mopping up. Lots of construction over here. I might go to priorities. Since courier's the only one that can actually build that, I'll get them to focus on building instead. And our calories are quite low. We'll copy this along there. It might be a bit before we get food. Oh, speaking of which, there's that. Let's go to consumable. Just with Pakus, I'm going to make sure that we get their food source to be turned off. Probably haven't seen that yet, so let's go over here in the electric grill. Make sure we have seafood as something that we cook. Image overheating. That's fine. That's out of our area. Okay, if I ever dig this out, I've got to be very careful because that would expose algae, which we don't want to do. Oh, and we've got a team of idle dupes over here. So we've got some power from those guys, which is kind of cool. Let's fill this in. Actually, did we lose our nature reserve? We did. Okay, we'll get that back soon. Got our new ladder system over there. Now, the only reason that is not flowing is because in the home asteroid's not utilizing that. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I did not think about the brine that'd be coming in, overflowing. I should have made that higher. Okay. Well, nuts. Though, that's just going to end up down here. But we'll aim to have that not happen. All right, so that's a bit of a mess. We'll have construction conveyor rail making their way around. Now let's open up into here. Oh yeah, what did we find? Oh, warm coats. We are not going to need those. So if you guys are looking for something to do, what I want is a wall right there. If I've got that built, we'll do some mopping up. Maybe even make that wall a little bit taller. But at least we're outputting cool liquid into the world. I just need to find a way. Okay, it's not about finding a way to bring it back. We already are. I just need to utilize it. Now what do I want to do with it? We still have water here. We've got the water that's in here. Speaking of which, rancher, give you the ability to dig through obsidian. Courier, construction, since that's your kind of priority. I think we need to get in here for another water source. So this will buy us a little bit of time. Oh, and yet more water. How fantastic. So let's go in this direction. So just giving one of the dupes over here the ability to dig through obsidian so we can get access to the water here. But we also have some more water that I spotted here, so definitely going to take advantage of that. And let's at least make sure before I finish for today that I've got the water flowing. This area here is making me nervous because we had a dupe we lost. Okay, so we want cold world. The question is, that water's probably going to be too hot right away. So I would want to take it into here, make sure that it gets warmed up enough, and then put it through a water sieve. And that'll be our source of water. And at that point, I'll have a renewable source of water instead of connecting into what will be the last little bit of water reserves until we completely run out on this asteroid. So my thinking is, let's take a bunch of granite tiles, run this through there. We'll put in a few radiant pipes. Granite for the rest. And this will be the polluted water line coming in from the other asteroid, nice and cold. Can have a cooling effect as it goes round. Watch where I'm going. Okay, so we're going to kind of do that type of thing. Mop that up. Cancel that section. Let's put in water sieve. If I ever do run out of water, I want to make sure that's ready to go. So maybe we'll put this right here. After this has a chance to run down here. Probably already is going to be above 0 by this point, but that's just going to make it safer. And then we'll have water going up into there. Make sure we've got that powered. Put in a mesh tile right there, maybe. Actually, adding water here wouldn't be such a bad thing. Because that would give more Pacus that I could support, wouldn't it? That's just occurred to me, actually. Okay, so for that, I want this water out of the way. What's the best way to do that? Just drain, put that in here. $27,000 calories. These guys aren't producing food, though they do have some natural food. Maybe connect into this right there. This wall a little bit taller. Maybe even taller still. Mop this area up, dig that out for the food. Double check we have that nature reserve still. Okay, now, technically I think we're not losing gas. Yeah, I can kind of tell because you got hydrogen here, and then this is not going out. So for the moment, we're okay, but I'm worried about those asteroids that might come later on. We're going to bring a pipe down here, put that through a water sieve, and ultimately I'm just going to make sure we get some of this water out of the way. But as a first use case, I think I want to vent some of the polluted water right down here as soon as this water has been stored away, and maybe make this a priority. How close on the achievement? Good question. That's kind of rolling through pretty. I guess I only have 7 dupes. Locavore achievement. Okay, so we've got that one done. Carnivore. I don't know whether that. Well, it's 67. I thought it was 77 for a second. It kind of made me nervous. But with Pacus, and I've got a bunch that are. Are you tame? Okay, I've got a bunch that are tame. We'll automate this. Suffocating. Who's suffocating? Are you stuck or are you just temporarily? Okay, you're staying in a weird place. Oh, no, you are stuck. You are stuck. You are stuck. Okay. Don't need to lose another dude. All right, so lots of liquid here. That's awesome. Just trying to think. What should be the next priority for these guys? Could find out what this geyser is. Can access this equipment. So maybe a little bit of exploration. There's the water that's here. Because their main job, which was to get this running and set up, is going right now. Let's cut through here just for the exploration. And access to a pip. We'll explore in this direction as well. So I think it might be the next thing. Oh, right. With the locavore achievement done, we can grow our own food. The question is what? What we have other than mealwood. Actually, a stable with mealwood for the Drekos. Okay, let's do that. Oh, out of water here. And I never did specify bleachstone, did I? Higher priority for that. Mop that up. Okay, so either build in here. Mealwood can't touch hydrogen, I believe. So I don't want to go too high. I don't necessarily need the first one to be full 96. I'm thinking I'll pivot to the side instead of the way that I've done this. Fire pull down that way. Toilets. Why are we... Oh. I never actually did anything with the toilet situation, did I? And even if I had a washroom here, I'm gonna have an issue with not having sand. I can't. That's also the reason why I can't really clean the air. See if we can get this Greco stable together. This, careful not to take out their hydrogen line. We'll make this big. So we will want a grooming station and a place to grow a little bit of mealwood. Shearing station as well. We will need a little bit of power. Oh, whoops. Smash that. Didn't notice that. Something to drop off Drecos. As long as these guys are not crowded, not terribly worried. Idleness over here. I think there's more construction that needs to be done in the main world. So let's send someone back. The question is who? Well, if it's construction, then probably builder. But there's also miner. It depends on. So I could do research here. So maybe the scientists will stay. Oh, what happened? Do we have more to dig? Or do we have more to build? Looking at this, I'm almost thinking build, but actually, I think there's a lot of, I think miner. But if I take miner away, there's a lot of places I wouldn't be able to get to builder. So taking builder back to the home world to be able to help with construction over here. They're not happy. In fact, are the other dupes or is it just them? Builder completely stressed out. Yeah, we do have our nature reserve and a gray hall. So if we can't do a washroom, maybe next thing I do, get access to the water here. Take that, get that out of the way. 18,000 calories. I think I'm going to go until we get that water flowing. So looking at this, do we ever get that water stored away? Reverse this. Stop sending water in. Let's take that out. Send that there. Send that there. Disconnect this. Oh, one little piece of pipe. Well, I guess a piece of pipe at the end. Maybe make that a priority. So on this asteroid, we'll get our Drecos. Oh, why is this not? Oh, something the dupes can't reach. Let's just build maybe a ladder so they can do that. We'll put a Draco in here. relocate you down there. And let's start to grow some mealwood. Since we get the locavore achievement done. For the carnivore achievement, we're going to see if we can rely on these guys. Slowly pinning these guys in. But just 2 more tiles or pipes. One here, one here. And then we'll have the ability to get some polluted water over. Not only that, though, but this is colder temperature. Maybe not this initial batch of water because that had a chance to warm up. But looking back over on this asteroid, we've got nice and cool liquid. No real reason to do that, I think. Anything I think that I almost think we should do food production here. Just because I feel like if I come back next time, I might forget. But, these in. Utilize the polluted water that we have down here. Let's see, if you have the power, then a massage table in the new, yeah, let's see, stress. Yeah, let's do that. That's something else. Actually, let's build one on both, because I'm probably going to forget, and just nice to have it already built. So let's do a massage table. Not going to bother cleaning the air since we don't have the sand, at least yet. Put that in here. Put a nice relaxing spot like that. Sure that has some power. Have to go across like that. So that is one. Food down here. And we'll over here. Put a door like that. Put another one in here. We did red flower pots on this location. Do that with some power. And we'll be ready to handle stress should that happen. Maybe just give, oh, here's some metal. Forgot we could start to get access in there. Just as a last task, putting in a massage table on both these asteroids. And these guys don't have a food source. So we're going to grow the first bit of food, bog buckets. Just make sure that's built. That's an actual, okay, so we've got a massage clinic, so we'll be able to handle stress, assuming we have power. Polluted water being dumped. We're getting, oh yeah, we would get, I mean, it should be fine. I'm noticing that this is leaking through though, isn't it? How is that happening? It could be because of overpressure. Or is it? That's a little strange. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, can fill that in. A few more dig tasks to for next time. So we'll want to go down, explore more of this asteroid. Let's go over the other corner. They're taking their time exploring this way. I guess we're stuck here, aren't we? To that much. Careful with this sand, though. So we'll do that. We've got our line here. Maybe we should get this flowing just in case, or is that... Ooh, getting a little low there. Maybe I'll make a plan to get that in, that in. So I think this is a priority thing. I don't want to forget about that either. Sometimes when you play and it might be a day or two until next time, there's just certain things that you want to get done because you're afraid that you'll forget and you'll do something else and realize, oh shoot, water for oxygen or whatever the priority is didn't happen. So this is our water. I can push into there. This will buy us more time. Though we're pretty much what we've done today is going to give us lots of water, I think. So I think next time I'll probably be able to expand the number of dupes. I've been kind of nervous around that, but so pump 1. We'll go down there to pump 2. And the other thing is maybe make a priority of getting this finished so that I could select eggs. But I'm wondering, is this a problem? In which case, I think I will take the advice of making a square area. Like that. But that's something that we can form next time. All right, well, that is it for today. I think next time I forgot the fact that I'd be getting this brine in. But it's good to be getting this out of here so that, oh, right. Right now you're overpressured, which is not awesome, but it's good that pump is there. I wonder if I should have had a separate pump. We lost our liquid airlock right there, didn't we? All right, there are things to look into next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I will see you next time where I see if I can survive a little bit longer. Hopefully this next time with no dupes dying and expanding. Perhaps up to a dozen dupes. All right.